morning, Dorothy.
Don't start, Rose, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. That good morning crack was way out of line.
Oh, no, it's me. I was up all night thinking of how Ma's been hoarding all those checks from Phil and Gloria while I've had to go without.
Well, now, Dorothy, you really can't blame Sophia for your sex life.
That's not what I'm talking about. But since you brought it up, yes, I can. If I'd had the money, I could have been living in a swinging condo instead of with... I better not say anything till I've had my coffee. A slut and a moron. I'm sorry, it must be decaf.
Good morning, Pussycat.
What's so pussycat about it? Do you have any idea of how furious I am with you? All these years, I have given up things so that you could have a decent life. No, Ma, I don't need new shoes. I want you to play bingo. No, Ma, I don't need that vacation. You need new wallpaper. My car will last another year.
All right, Dorothy. I see behind that mask. You're angry.
You're damn right I'm angry. You've been hoarding money for the last 10 years and taking advantage of me. Of course I'm angry.
No, it's something else. I think you didn't get enough hugs when you were a kid. It's payback time. Come here, pussycat.
Why don't you hug your money, Ma? From now on, I'm not paying for anything. You are on your own.
You can't do this to me. You never touch the principal. That money's for my old age.
Old age? You don't leave fingerprints anymore.
I'm in my twilight years.
You're in the twilight zone. Hopi Indians are walking around saying, how does she do it? Ma, you're cut off. I know Ma is faking. She is not really paralyzed.
It's only natural for you to feel that way. At the counseling center, we learned that the first reaction to catastrophe is denial.
Rose, I am not in denial.
Oh, yes, you are. You're just denying you're in denial.
Rose, I am not denying that I am in denial.
If you're not denying you're in denial, then you're in denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy, I think your mother's faking too. But what if she isn't? Just try putting yourself in her position. Do you know how much it hurts to have someone you love not trust you?
I sure do.
Rose, I was about to tell a story.
I want to tell one.
Dorothy?
Boy, this is a no-win situation. But go ahead, Blanche.
Well, fine. You may never get to hear my story.
Then I'm wrong. It isn't a no-win situation.
I was still in high school at the time, and I was having an affair with a very handsome exchange student named Jean-Pierre Fontainebleau. I think he was French or something. He was always sneering, and he wore a beret.
We were never allowed to wear berets when I was in high school. It was against the St. Olaf dress code. They did let me wear a paper cap a lot. It was long and pointy. More a cone shape than a beret.
Anyway, Jean-Pierre must have known about my reputation for playing the field, because right from the very beginning, he was convinced I couldn't be faithful. He would spy on me in my classes. He'd follow me home from school. Some nights, he would even shinny up the oak tree outside my bedroom door, hoping to catch me in the act. What act?
Second act of My Fair Lady.
Finally, I had to tell Jean-Pierre I could not take it anymore, and we broke up. I was completely crushed.
I guess you really liked him.
No, I really liked the American boy he was rooming with, Bobby Joe Nugent. We'd been having an affair for months in the one place Jean-Pierre never thought to look.
The Eiffel Tower.
Actually, it was in the cutaway Oldsmobile that they kept in the driver's ed department at school. Oh, Lordy, the things I did in that car. It's a good thing old St. Christopher had his back to me.
No, there's no doubt about it. She's faking.
Dorothy, I didn't learn to do that till I was married.
I meant Ma, Blanche. And I'm gonna go prove it right now. Hiya, Ma. How you doing? Oh, Ma, I feel dizzy. Oh, there's a pain going up my arm, my chest. Ma! Oh.
Will you answer the door, Dorothy, please?
Do we have any orange juice left?
No, we're all out.
All right, I want an answer, and I want it now. Which one of you has been dipping into my Vicks Vapor Rub?
I took it, and my chest was already completely coated. I did it out of spite because you lost the pre-measured cup off my NyQuil.
Rose, I took your stupid cup. And you know why? Because I feel lousy, and being mean to you makes me feel better.
Dorothy's Bordak. You can go straight to H-E double hockey sticks.
Double hockey sticks.
Oh, what language. My ears are burning. Rose Nyland, you know what you are. You're an A1 first-class all-around nerd. Oh, honey, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just this flu is making me crazy.
Oh, it's gotten to all of us. Do you know that we have been at each other's throats for 2 days?
I've been the worst. I hope you two can forgive me.
Oh, girls, let's make a pact. Let's promise we're going to help each other get through this mess.
Would I be too big a nerd if I asked for a group hug?
Oh, honey, of course not.
What are you doing?
We're having a group hug.
Well, knock it off. The neighbors will get the wrong idea. By the way, I just called Harriet McConnell to cancel your reservations to the banquet.
Oh, thanks, Pa.
She was very disappointed you all aren't coming, and I think it's because one of you won the big award.
You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award?
Yeah.
Why? What'd she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say.
What didn't she say?
How the hell do I know? She didn't say it. I read between the lines.
Rose, I wouldn't be one bit surprised if you won that award.
You know, I think you're right, Blanche.
Why, sure. Well, you took part in the walkathon and the bikeathon and the telethon.
At the Bearathon. But who keeps track? Oh, Blanche, I think you have a better chance of winning that award than I have.
You know, I think you have a point there, Rose.
Why, sure, you work with the senior citizens, you put in time at the daycare center, and you were the volunteer dummy for the fireman CPR class.
And don't forget that program was my idea, too. Well, maybe you're right. I might have a small chance. After all, besides you, who else is there?
Dorothy, please, why don't you use your handkerchief?
Doesn't anybody remember all the good work that I have done?
Not really.
I was co-chairman of the committee to raise funds for the new Bloodmobile. I sold 49 cases of peanut brittle.
You really think selling candy's gonna qualify you for that prestigious award?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize that slipping my tongue to half the firemen in the county was the more lofty social achievement.
Well, I guess that settles it. I guess I won the award. I ought to go to that banquet, and I'm going to call my date.
Honey, if you can get a date the way you look, you deserve that award.
Well, why don't you call your date, too? I would just love to have you there so you can eat your heart out when I accept the award.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be there because I'll be the one accepting the award.
Well, if you're both going, I'm going too. I have just as much chance of winning as you do.
You have done some good work, Dorothy. But not enough people like you. Sorry.
Ma, what do you think? Do I have a chance of winning?
Absolutely. As long as I don't add a swimsuit competition.
Hi, Rose. Blanche around?
She's just showing the girls some makeup tricks before we go to the movies. Anything I can do?
No, thanks. I just need to talk to somebody.
Oh, I get it. You have a problem and you don't think that I'm sophisticated or worldly enough to help.
Oh, Rose, I'm sorry. You got a minute?
Sure, Dorothy.
It's about Eddie. You know, I've been seeing him for a week now. I'm having a relationship with him like I have never had with a man before in my life. It is purely physical. Eddie is the greatest lover I have ever had.
Come on, Dorothy. If we're going to do this, you have to tell me the truth.
No, I am telling you the truth. Honey, there is more to Eddie than meets the eye. But the only thing we have in common is under the sheets.
What's under the sheets?
His cappuccino maker. Sex, Rose. I am talking sex. We don't go to dinner, we don't go to the movies, we just go to bed, and it is terrific.
All that and cappuccino, too? Well, what's the problem?
Did I say there was a problem?
Well, you said you wanted to talk about it.
Well, I mean, can't one have a discussion without there being a problem?
Well, I thought maybe you were feeling guilty.
Guilty? I have nothing to feel guilty about. I am having the time of my life. I just wanted to, say it out loud. But listen, honey, don't mention this to anybody. It's the kind of thing that most people probably wouldn't understand.
Oh, don't worry, Dorothy. Rose Nyland can keep a secret. Do you know what the name Nyland means in Norwegian?
No.
Well, I'm not telling you.
Honey, are you all right?
I'll be fine.
Is this about Arnie?
No, Blanche. She's upset because they keep changing the taste of Coke.
Arnie wants me to go away with him on a cruise to the Bahamas.
Oh. Oh, and you're upset because he wants you to pay your own way?
I'm upset because we'll be all alone in the middle of the ocean on a ship in a stateroom with a bed.
Oh.
I don't know what to do. I haven't been with a man in that special way since Charlie died.
Get out of here.
It's true. Charlie was the only lover I ever had, and my first time was on our wedding night.
Get out of here.
Oh, back off, Blanche. Not all of us are classified by the Navy as a friendly port.
Maybe it sounds strange, but without Charlie, I thought that part of my life was over. I never gave it a second thought.
Until now? Then I think you should go on the cruise. Honey, if the situation is right, you'll know it.
But I'm not sure I'm ready.
Oh, honey, I know what you're going through. The bottom line is, if you take a chance in life, sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen. But honey, if you don't take a chance, nothing happens.
I'm going to take a chance.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, I have to look in my closet. I don't even know what to wear with the first night on the ship.
A life jacket and a great big smile.
Can you believe that? After I bared my heart and soul to that woman.
Oh, Dorothy, you hide things from her all the time.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
I am the smartest woman in the whole world.
And I am the pygmy queen.
No,
wait a minute. Blanche, what would you say if I got a permit that would let you have as many people stay here as you want?
What? Oh, that's terrific. Rose, this says I'm going to turn my home into a halfway house for recently released criminals.
Yes, Rose, you are the smartest person in the world. Burger world.
Rose, if I use this permit, any kind of scum could walk through the door. Thieves, murderers, men who haven't seen a woman for 10 years, who've been doing nothing but lifting weights and counting the days. Dorothy, remind me again why this was a bad idea.
Oh, Blanche, be serious. Now, if we want to stay together, we're going to have to raise $10,000.
Well, I don't see why I should have to raise any money. I didn't create this problem. I think the moronic Scandinavian nitwit ought to pay it.
She's talking about me, isn't she?
No, Rose, she's talking about Spike Lee.
But don't get smart with me, Dorothy, just because you're out $10,000.
Me?
Well, face facts. I mean, we were already roommates when you brought your mother in. So either pay up or Sophia should move out.
Oh, thank you very much. But if anybody is going to put my mother out in the cold, it's going to be me. No, Rose, forget it.
She did sort of just dump the old lady on us, didn't she?
Oh, now you're buddy-buddy with a moronic Scandinavian nitwit?
Jealous, are we?
Fine, fine. I try to come up with a solution. The two of you don't even try to help. Fine, just count me out of this.
Well, fine. Just count me out of it.
Fine, but it's your funeral.
Nice try, Dorothy, but you'd probably need a permit for that, too.
Look at this face, girls. How could a child this gorgeous lose? I think it's a great idea.
Oh, sure it is. If you like the notion of children competing in a bloodthirsty winner-take-all contest where what's on the outside is considered more important than what's on the inside.
Lost the Little Miss St. Olaf pageant, did you?
23 years in a row. Once they picked Eileen Dittmeyer's imaginary playmate over me. Well, sure, she was more talented, but still, I smelled a rat.
You mean the contest was fixed?
No, that was my talent, smelling rats.
Blanche, I'm not sure that this is a good idea either. I mean, beauty pageants are archaic and sexist, not to mention degrading.
Lost the Little Miss Brooklyn contest, did you?
I practiced that trombone for weeks. There was Ma sitting in the front row, sucking a lemon.
Well, you were just nervous because your mother was in the front row.
She was a judge.
You know what I think? I think I can handle this relationship with Dirk. I'm going out with him Saturday night.
Was there ever any doubt?
Momentarily. This is strictly off the record, but Dirk's nearly 5 years younger than I am.
In what, Blanche? Dog years?
However, I have decided to overlook that minor detail and succumb to the Vesuvius of passion that is about to erupt from me.
Stand back, we're gonna get something on us.
I am talking about what's happening between Dirk and me. It's something really special, something fragile and rare. I've only felt this once before. It was during my 17th summer, and I was working behind the cosmetics counter at the Rexall drugstore. I was stocking the Maybelline display when I heard this booming voice say, "Excuse me, ma'am, where are the cuticle scissors?" I turned around, and there he was. Our eyes locked, and for one brief moment, there was nobody else on earth but the two of us.
Please, Blanche, Sidney Sheldon tells shorter stories.
I know in my heart, if I'd just followed my feelings that day at the Rexall drugstore, today I would be Mrs. Andy Griffith. I tell you what, I'm not going to make the same mistake with Dirk that I made with Andy.
Didn't she tell us that story before?
Yes, but the last time it was Woolworth's, a toenail clipper, and John Cameron Swayze.
Oh, it's been such a lovely day. Mr. Sunshine really gave us one of his biggest and brightest smiles. Oh, I feel like putting my arms around Mother Nature and giving her a big kiss. Hi, you must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers.
No, but we have a Mrs. Rogers at the Grief Center. Oh, and there's a Mrs. Rogers lives across the street. And then, of course, there's Dale Evans, the most famous Mrs. Rogers of them all.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath anytime you want.
That'll help ease the lonely nights. Thank you.
Oh, I see you two are getting acquainted.
Yes, I'm just going to take my stuff to my room. It's that second on the left down the hall there.
Dorothy, the second on the left is mine. Blanche had promised it to me.
Blanche promised it to me, too, didn't you, Blanche?
Whoops.
Oh, great, great. What are we supposed to do now?
Back in Minnesota, we'd settle this kind of a dispute with some good-natured log rolling.
Oh, sorry, Rose, my log is in the shop. What do we do now? Toss a coin?
Okay.
All right.
I'll take tails.
Okay. Tails, you win.
I'll make it up to you, Dorothy, I promise. Listen, if there's ever a night where you can't sleep, I'll come to your room and sing Kumbaya.
Rose, I don't know what to say. Yes, I do. Don't ever do that.
Well, Rose, what do you say we help Dorothy move her things, okay?
Okay. Gee, this is fun already, being roomies with you two. Blanche, I am so sorry. Oh, I'll buy you another one.
Well, you can't. That was one of a kind. Oh, no, well, don't feel bad. I never really liked it much anyway. It's just that my grandmother gave this to me on her deathbed. She was very, very sick for a very, very long time. I loved her very, very much.
Blanche, why don't you just grind the broken pieces in her hand?
Blanche, I know I can't replace it, but I want to make it up to you. Listen, since this is our first night as roommates, I'd like to invite the two of you to dinner at my favorite restaurant.
Well, that's very sweet
thank
of you, Rose.
Then we better hurry, because the Strawberry Blizzard special at the Dairy Queen only lasts till 5. Come on, I'll drive.
Oh, let's not drive. Let's skip there.
I'm just being silly. Okay, go ahead and fire her, Dorothy.
Why should I be the one to fire her?
You're the meanest.
Blanche, that's not true. Dorothy just looks the meanest. We hired Marguerite together, we fire her together.
Thank you, Rose. And by the way, you look the dumbest.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, Marguerite, I feel so terrible.
What's the matter with her?
She's a little upset. She just found out that Gene Shalit wants his hair to look that way.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I had to go downtown to get some special herbs. I'm throwing together another little aphrodisiac for Blanche. I better get to my work.
Girls, we can't fire her now. She's making me an aphrodisiac.
Use vodka and black underwear like everyone else.
Can we just get this over before I lose my nerve?
Why, hello there, Blanche.
Well, Dorothy, Russell, hi. What are y'all doing here?
Russell and I just entered the dance marathon.
Really? So did I.
Yes. It's for charity. I thought it would be fun.
Uh-huh. Well, have yourself a good time and try not to overdo it.
Blanche, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just that these things can be a little strenuous for a woman of your years.
Who am I, Mamie Eisenhower? I can last just as long as you can.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
You take that back.
I will not. You just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition. Which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me.
Hi, girls.
At 2, Judas.
No, it's me, Rose. I'm So you two found out about this thing too, huh?
That's right.
Well, let me give you a little friendly advice. You're wasting your time. Because that $1,000 prize is going to be mine. When I was younger, I was known as the dancing fool.
How old were you when they dropped the dancing part?
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche Devereaux. Yes, that Blanche Devereaux. And no, I did not. Absolutely not. I will tell it to a judge. I will yell it from the highest mountaintops. I will swear to it on a stack of Bibles. Now, did that sound like a liar?
No. It sounded like Jim and Tammy Faye on Nightline.
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche, and how did you get this number? And better yet, why am I even talking to you? I don't like you. Matter of fact, I hate you. You can just tear up my number and then go climb back under your slimy rock with all the rest of your slimy friends. And don't you ever call here again. Dorothy, call Stan.
I want to shake your hand. Move it.
We're going to miss our plane. What are we going to do?
Listen, girls, I have an idea. Now, I'm going to create a diversion by bending over and picking up something seductively. Then the two of you sneak up behind him and give him a karate chop.
Blanche, what do we look like? Charlie's Angels?
I have been told I bear a striking resemblance to Miss Cheryl Ladd. Although my bosoms are perkier.
Not even if you were hanging upside down on a trapeze.
Excuse me. Did you know that the guy who wrote Silent Night was also the original choice for Potsy on Happy Days?
How the mighty have fallen.